Hello. Excuse me. Haven't talked for a while. Welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for Saturday and Sunday, December 17th and 18th, 2022. And we just recently, as in like yesterday, I think, had the sun exactly square Neptune, which is a really good time for imagination and mystery and, things of that nature. Neptune rules dancing and movies and the ocean and all kinds of good things like that. It can also rule being misled, not knowing what's real and what isn't. So it could have been a confusing couple of days. This energy, it's still there. I mean, it doesn't go away in one day. So you might be feeling a little confused or possibly inspired or possibly both. And we have some really interesting stuff going on. Let's see, the moon's moving into Libra right now, which should be harmonious and good with our emotions. And Jupiter in the next couple of days, like around Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you are at in the world, is moving out of Pisces. It's in the last degrees of Pisces, so it will be moving into Aries, which will be interesting. I think that will kind of speed things up and move them forward. And also, like a day after Jupiter moves into Aries, we have the winter solstice where the sun moves into Capricorn. And so right now, the sun is actually at the galactic center, which is about 26, 27 degrees of Sagittarius. And tonight I decided I'm going to look that up because everybody always talks about it. And I'm like, okay, is it what it sounds like? Yes, it is. It's in fact the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and it's the position of where there's a black hole where they think the Big Bang originated from. So it's kind of the center of our cosmos, which is really interesting. I wonder what people who are born with lots of planets or their sun at 26 or 27 degrees Sagittarius, I wonder if what that, wonder what that does. Anyway, I'm going to read a quote. I love this. I don't know who this person is. Their name is Issa, I-S-S-A. Now, I hope you can hear me. I've had a comment recently, a couple comments. One, again, that someone couldn't hear me, but everyone seems to be able to hear me except this one person, so I'm just not sure what's going on. I purchased a microphone, but it turned out to be the wrong one. Not my fault. They sold it to me at Best Buy. I told them what it was for. Anyway, also... someone commented that perhaps I'm including myself too much in the reading, so I can't help it if it applies to me, but I can help it if I blab on about it. So I'll try to remove myself from the discussion as much as I can. But here's a quote from someone named Issa, and I love this. It says, it's kind of like a haiku, except I didn't count no, it's not exactly, I don't think. But anyway, the man pulling radishes pointed the way with a radish. I love that. Do you get that? That's very deep, actually. And kind of silly, which is wonderful. Most deep things really are silly. Okay, so I pulled 3 archetype cards. I have no business reading these because I have no book. But I go with my gut, which is, what we do anyway when we read cards. So, okay, this is weird because I pulled the ring first. And as soon as I see the ring, I always think of like a diamond ring, a wedding ring, because we have drawn the vows so many times. So I was thinking about like, oh, you have a ring, then you have a gem at the center of it, right? And the ring is kind of like the snake that eats its tail. It's a situation that goes on and is eternal. It's never resolved. So if it's something that, for some reason, I was thinking about like us moving ahead because the sun's moving into a cardinal sign, Capricorn, Jupiter's moving into Aries, another cardinal sign. I feel like things are going to start happening more, less on an internal level and more on an external level. Maybe not so much, I don't mean less on an internal level, but just that we're going to be doing more externally. I'm not just saying that because Christmas is coming around, because I'm not even celebrating it this year. No offense to Christmas lovers. I love Christmas, but I'm here alone and it's too sad. So anyway, just makes me miss a certain someone. So the ring. So we've had that question the last few times, the vow. To what are you wedded? What is important to you? What matters to you? This time to if you have thought about that, it's time to put that in motion now. It's time to really, really make your move. If you've thought about something you really, really want, it's time to make your move, but it's not something that's going to happen overnight. And in fact, it's kind of an ongoing process. And then it's interesting because, as I said, when I draw the ring, I always think of the gem at the middle, and then I draw the gem. So this is what we find when we, if you look, this is kind of like worms, maggots, grass. It's kind of like you delve down into the muck and look what you find, in the most unlikely of places. As the man pulling radishes points the way with a radish, here's our gem. There is something to be gained from this experience. I think it's time to make a move. And this is why I also think that, because the next card I drew is Kairos, which is the Greek word for the right timing. So it's like telling us now. It's like all lights are green, go. The time is right for something that you've been pondering. And I'm going to see if I can clarify that with a couple of oracle cards. And I discovered something interesting about the oracle cards the other night. I had a question. I drew a card. I didn't like the answer. So I drew like 3 more cards. And they gave me the answer I wanted. So then I drew 4 more cards and they still gave me the answer I wanted. But the first card didn't. And I think the first card was right. And I think it's almost like the cards are saying, oh, you don't believe me? I know sounds crazy, but it's almost like if you push them, and I don't pretend to understand how this works, but it's almost like if you don't like the answer and you push till you get the right answer, it'll just keep giving you the right answer. It's like, oh, you want this answer? I'll give it to you, but it's not right. Oh, no. Okay, this card is, I pulled 2 sets of 4 the other night. This came out twice the other night. Okay, because it's about me moving, okay? Again, I said I wasn't going to put myself in here, but I just think this is funny because no place like home. Okay, so my definition of this is, or my reading of this card right now is, home is where your heart is. It doesn't matter where you are physically in the universe. I mean, look at this. The house is hanging from a pole. It could be anywhere. What feels like home to you? Where, to what are you wedded again, which is what we keep asking. That's where you will feel home. Your tribe, whether it's your family, your friends, your loved ones, what you are passionate about, that's where your home lies. Okay, and I'm not going to draw another oracle card because they get mad at me when I do that. I know I sound wacko, but I'm not. Okay, this is interesting. Animal spirit cards. I've only drawn a couple of them. I drew 3 the first night I got them, put them on here. I think I've drawn 1 other one. I keep getting the same one. Otter spirit, you are never alone. I shuffle these, folks. That's really interesting. You are never alone. I need to hear that, so that's wonderful. And I was also, should I mess it up with a fairy card? Or should I just leave it? Nah, let's go for broke. I mean, you gotta have a fairy when the sun's square Neptune. You just gotta. Okay, we get the speaker of truth. Wonder if I drew another oracle card, if we'd get truth be told. I got that the other night for myself. Interesting, the speaker of truth. I'm going to look him up because the book probably puts it more articulately than I can put it, but I think it's pretty much what it looks like. It's like we are down to the nitty gritty. It's like you've really got to find out, don't, as I said one time to an insurance agent on the phone, stop farting around when they wouldn't give me money back. It's time to stop farting around and like find out what you really want to do and then do it because the time is right. Let's see what it says in here. Just for grins, let's see what. Trust, acceptance, open heart. Okay. This beautiful man is a speaker of truth, like Thomas the Rhyme. Who's that? I don't know that. He cannot lie. When something needs to be told, when a question needs a truthful answer, he will always speak going to the heart of the matter and telling you what he has found there. It may not be what you wish to hear, but it will be truthful. Okay, that's me the other night trying to get my answer. He can be trusted when you need someone to trust. When the speaker of truth appears, ask him the question you most need a truthful answer to and be willing to accept that answer. It won't always be easy, but when he turns up, it means that somewhere within you, you are seeking the truth. So open your heart to him as he opens his heart to you and truly hear when he speaks. Okay, and that's kind of, I feel like what this is telling us is, you know, what are you wedded? What are you going to dedicate the rest of your life to? Or at least the next phase of your life. You don't have to make a lifelong commitment here, although it's looking pretty solid. You know, it's about finding, this is the right time to decide what you want to do, because I almost said we don't have that many years left. Oh my gosh, where was that coming from? No, I don't think we're going to have a nuclear war. I don't think that. But what I mean is, you just never know what's going to happen. And when the time is right, you know, if you don't act when the time is right, you can lose your opportunity. So it doesn't mean we're all going to keel over tomorrow, but you only have so many days and the time is right. So let's go for it. That's what it's looking like to me. And find the heart of the matter. I mean, it really has to be something that is real, something that you can cut your teeth on, as they used to say. It's got to be real. It's got to be the real deal. If it's not, don't do it. If it is, do it. Okay. So I'm pointing the way with my radish, and as the actress said to the bishop, no, I'm sorry, I stole that from Gemstone Tarot. Sorry, Gemma, love you. Okay, blessings, everyone, and hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Good night.